here. I'm going to do something I typically don't do, but we got a game starting in about an hour, 7:30 on the West Coast here. And I'm not quite done with all of the predictions, so I'm going to get out what I can, and then you can see down here. I got to finish these down here, and these are the evening games, so I've got to get to work, and I've got to, I mean, work, like the real job work. And but I got to get this out. So I'm just gonna we're only gonna do about 3/4 of these, and I'll get them done and out later today. First game is Big Sky Tournament. It's Sacramento State and Idaho. And Vegas says Sacramento State wins by 1.5. This is at a neutral court in Boise. They're at. University of Idaho is not in Boise. Of course, that's where Boise State is, but they're in the Mountain West, so it's a neutral court. We say Sacramento State wins by 2, 73-71, 2-point win. We're taking Sacramento State. ACC tournament getting underway. Florida State is giving Syracuse a 1.5, and we think Syracuse wins the game. So we have this as a money line, and we're taking Syracuse. So which is like there, it's a money line. St. Joe's and LaSalle in the A10 tournament. The Vegas line is 2.5. We say St. Joe's wins by 6, so that's our play, St. Joe's. Back to the Big Sky. Got Portland State, and they're facing Idaho State. 4.5's the line. They're playing really well, and they're a terrible team. So we think it's going to be all of 9. So Portland State's our play. I don't get where Vegas is seeing Nevada as a 5.5-point favorite. I do show them as a favorite, but no, not 5.5. We think that's too many. So we're going to take New Mexico here in the Mountain West tournament. And that'll be it for Nevada this year. Wake Forest and Boston College in the ACC, 9.5's the line. We agree. We think it's going to be more. We're going to take Wake Forest there to win and cover. Into the SWAC. I guess they play their tournament too. Not a huge fan of the SWAC. I just can never get them right. But Texas Southern is facing Jackson State. 3.5's the line. We say Texas Southern wins by 8. That's our play, Texas Southern. I'm not sure I agree with this one, but Arizona State's laying 3.5 to Stanford, and we think Stanford wins the game. And so I really prefer to have Arizona State myself personally, but the computer is saying Stanford is the play here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play Stanford. A10 tourney. Rhode Island and Duquesne. Duquesne's really not a very good team. And Rhode Island, they were solid at the beginning of the year, and they kind of got a little soft, but I don't know if there's an injury or something, but they've been playing better lately. 9.5's the line. It's a lot of points. But we're going to go ahead and lay those, and we take Rhode Island. Utah State and Air Force, 14.5's the line. This is the Mountain West tournament. We say it's a 19-point victory for Utah State. The only reason I kind of hesitate here is Utah State might leave some in the bag. Why go out there and beat Air Force by 20 when you can just nip them and save some energy for later games? I'm not a coach, but that kind of makes sense to me. Xavier and Butler in the B's, 5.5's the line. We think Xavier beats them by 15, so we're taking Xavier. A little bit of hesitation because Xavier has not been playing well to end the season. Butler's really been playing much better, but we still got to play the numbers. So that's our play, Xavier. Eastern Washington and Northern Arizona, the Big Sky, 7.5's the line. We say EWU by 13. That's our play, Eastern Washington. And it looks like it's all favorites, right? Well, they're not all favorites. So I do have some underdogs here. And of course, these money lines are super underdogs. We're saying the underdog's going to win. So it's not all the favorites. It's clearly not all the favorites. But I do get criticized. You take the favorites, scores are. Oregon and Oregon State. So here it starts. We'll see. Oregon State last year, not very good in the regular year. And then won the Pac-12 tournament. Won the Pac-12 tournament and made it into the big dance, and then kept winning and kept advancing. Well, they're 3 and let me look them up. They've got 3 wins all year, Oregon State does. So I don't anticipate that happening again. They get Oregon right out of the box, so 8.5's the line. We think Oregon win covers her. That's our play. Take the Ducks. Norfolk State and Delaware State, 16.5's the line. Norfolk's pretty good. This is one of the worst teams in college basketball. I think that's a safe play for Norfolk. 358 teams in college basketball. I believe they're number 357 on the Scores Our ranking system. Ole Miss and Missouri in the SEC, 3.5's the line. We say 8. And is Ole Miss going to put Missouri out of our misery? It's been tough to watch Missouri. It's such a hot and cold team. They're really good at home, really not good on the road. And this is a neutral court. But the only thing that Missouri had going from all year was their home court advantage. And they beat teams like Alabama. They lost by 2 to Auburn at home. Pretty impressive at home, but really unimpressive on the road. So we think that Ole Miss is going to prevail here. This one scares me. Northwestern and Nebraska. So Nebraska ended up winning 3 road games to close out the season. They beat Penn State at home, then they beat Ohio at their place at Penn State, and then beat Ohio State at Columbus, and then was it Wisconsin? Yeah, they went into Madison and beat Wisconsin. So we're a little nervous here because Nebraska really didn't have a very good year, but they're on a bit of a roll. But it's conference tournament time. So anything can happen. What happened is the numbers can't prevail, and Northwestern just simply has the better numbers. So we're taking Northwestern. Houston Baptist and Incarnate Word this is the Southland tournament, 3.5's the line. We say not so fast. We're taking Incarnate Word here as the underdog. On the other side of the line here, another money line play. Charlotte is getting 2.5 from Rice in the Conference USA tournament. We say Charlotte wins the game by 4. So it's a money line. We're on the other side of the line. We're betting the underdog to win. So that's our play, is Charlotte. Vermont and Binghamton in the American East. Now, Vermont is a terrific team. There's just absolutely no question about it. They face no challenges. They had one loss. I think it was to Binghamton. At Binghamton in the regular year, but you can tell Vegas thinks the world of Vermont, and the computer backed it up and pretty accurately to the Vegas line, a little too accurately. So we have a half point we're playing with here. So Vermont to win and cover is what we're suggesting, and it's not like Vermont to just lay the wood to teams and run up the score. So that's my only hesitation with that. Virginia Tech, who I really like, I think is a very good team, 4.5 over Clemson. Clemson is another good team, but they're not Virginia Tech. That's our play. We're taking the Hokies here in this ACC tournament game. St. John's and DePaul. St. John's laying 4.5. We say 6. So we're going to take St. John's here in the Big East. Another money line. American East, it's Hartford laying 3.5 to UMBC. And we have the better numbers going to UMBC, so we're predicting them to win by 5. So it's quite a difference there between Scores Are and Vegas. But I like that play. I think look for UMBC to win. They just have the better numbers. So that's our play, UMBC. Conference USA, Louisiana Tech taking on Marshall. Should be an easy victory for La Tech. 8.5's the line, 13, no problemo. La Tech is the play. Iona and Rider in the MAC, 9.5's the line. The computer says 14 points for Iona. I kind of anticipate this to be a little bit closer than that, but that's our play, Iona. So you can see I haven't done the rest of these games. I'll get those done, get them out before tip. Was just up against the clock here, so I had to get this stream out. So that's it. Go bet these games. Go win a lot of money. I got some encouragement here for you. We won 70.59% of our games yesterday. 17 games, we went 12-5 for 70% winning percentage. We started off the postseason pretty poorly. And you can see we're one game under 500 so far in the postseason, but that's a good, positive, encouraging sign right there. I'm really getting excited about that. So maybe we continue this. Is what the hope is. So go out, win some money today, and catch us tonight. We're going to do the recap, and we're going to throw the losers into the volcano, and I'll explain tonight. So tune in for that. All right, folks. Thanks a lot. We'll see you. Bye-bye.